Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web of any size. Here's a list of his bad guys.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Comic Book Worms, the segment on the show where one or two of us worms dive into our favorite comics and you come out all the nerdier for it. I'm Shazam.
Totally not Alfarius. What are we talking about today?
Today we're following up last week's video in our part 2, highlighting superheroes rogues galleries, none other than the web-slinging, friendly neighborhood, emo-dancing Spider-Man. First up, Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion, made his first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 20 in 1964, best known for his scorpion suit, which allows him the use of his tail to shoot projectiles and a scorpion sense. Whatever the hell that is.
My insect sense is tingling. Going from a bug to a man who would probably hunt bugs if they were a tad bit more challenging, it is Sergei Nikolaevich Kravenov, aka Kraven the Hunter, who made his first appearance also in 1964, way back in issue number 15. When the big game of the world proved not that much of a challenge for him, he sought out the most dangerous game of all, man, Spider-Man.
And throughout their entire run, they would have a grudging respect for each other that lasted all the way up until Kraven's demise in Kraven's Last Stand. Highly recommend, by the way. From World's Greatest Hunter to World's Greatest Showman, no, I'm not talking about Hugh Jackman, Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio.
Making his first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 13, which came out in 1964 again, he has used his background in special effects to befuddle our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man time and time and time again.
Also, he is in possession of arguably the coolest costume a villain could have, although that's a pretty lengthy list, so
stay tuned for that list.
Yeah, future vid idea.
Our next foe is a bit more complex, pulling the full Vegeta, going from arch foe to reluctant anti-hero to erstwhile ally. It's Eddie Brock plus an alien symbiote, aka Venom. The symbiote suit first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 252 in 1984 as Spider-Man's black suit.
It would be 4 years later when the symbiote bonds with Eddie Brock, creating the villainous Venom. Say that 5 times fast, I dare you.
Taking some breaks in between to battle Carnage and be the occasional reluctant good guy.
While Venom was more than a match for Spider-Man physically, Dr. Otto Octavius is a match for him mentally.
Making his first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 3, guess what year that came out? Doc Ock was a brilliant nuclear physicist who created a set of 4 mechanical limbs to aid him in his nuclear research before suffering an obligatory accident which welded them to his spine.
Hence the name Doctopus.
Dr. Octopus. And finally, Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin.
Can Spider-Man come out to play? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the goblin and took the spider out.
Norman Osborn, head of Oscorp, probably the most recognizable villain on this list, thanks to William Dafoe.
He made his first appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man number 14. What year did that come out?
1964.
That's right. This is the villain that probably hits closest to home for Spider-Man because he is the head of Oscorp, where Peter Parker has worked, and he is the father of Harry Osborn, Peter Parker's best friend. Also, he killed the love of his life, Gwen Stacy. Kinda hard to forgive that.
Astride his goblin glider, tossing pumpkin bombs left and right, generally being a psychopath, he has proven time and time again to be an equal adversary to Spider-Man. Also, he's kind of the Joker to the Spider-Man universe, so what's not to love? While this list could have easily been 20 or so villains, that's how deep Spider-Man's rogue gallery is, time dictates that we keep this more brief, so these bastards just missed out.
Carnage,
Hobgoblin,
Shocker,
Vulture,
Rhino,
Chameleon,
J. Jonah Jameson.
and Morbius, the vampire.
In summation, why do we love Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery? This is a group of villains that can affect both Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
They're competent, wacky, super intelligent, and have amazing character designs.
As you can tell from the debut year of all but one of the villains on this list, longevity. They've been there from the start, and they're still fighting.
Plus, who doesn't love the corniness aspect of a spider taking on a bunch of animal-themed villains?
Love it. Well, there you have it. Some of Spider-Man's greatest villains. Men who have menaced the 5 boroughs of New York City since the 1960s, and they continue to do so to this very day.
Hope you learned something today. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. Comment future video ideas, maybe some villains you would have put on this list. The video on his side of the screen's one YouTube recommends. The video on my side of the screen's one we recommend. Bye.
Excelsior.